My mother was a young woman here at the time. She was just in her late teens, and I asked her one time what was it like when all these people came, the soldiers came, and she said there was mud and men everywhere.
It was March of 1942 when the first soldiers arrived in Dawson Creek to start the construction of the Alaska Highway.
The call went out for civilians to work on the highway, both from the States and from Canada. My father was a young man living in Saskatchewan, and he came over as a 21-year-old to work the highway. So I basically grew up on highway stories. He loved the highway. It was his biggest passion in life, was to go up the highway. He went as often as he could.
Prior to the building of the highway, Dawson Creek was a small agricultural town with a population of about 600 people.
And a lot of the population didn't really know what was going on until all of a sudden all these soldiers started arriving. So it was dubbed the Friendly Invasion.
The Alaska Highway House is a little gem filled with exhibits and displays and true stories about real people who sacrificed and suffered hardships while working on the highway.
This is the interpretive center to commemorate the construction of the Alaska Highway.
You can learn more about the construction of the Kiskatna Bridge to the building of corduroy roads.
Everything in here is original. The story starts here with Japan attacking Pearl Harbor in December 1941. Prior to that, the Alaska Highway had been an idea that states in Canada had actually wanted to put a road up into Alaska, but when Japan did attack Pearl Harbor, it became a real essential thing that they were worried about an invasion here, a Japanese invasion, so Canada and the States worked really hard together to put the highway in place.
In extreme working conditions, it took just under 9 months to build the highway.
Of the 10 or so thousand soldiers that were up here, 3,695 were black troops, and they were just totally not equipped. They couldn't even imagine the cold that they were going to be working in. In that winter, 42 to 43 was one of the coldest winters in recorded history. The temperatures dipped down to minus 70 degrees, so it was cold. Vehicles weren't shut off. It was really hard on the vehicles and definitely on the men. This display actually just shows the progression of how the road was actually built, from what it took to get the road surveyed, to the types of problems that they encountered, what it looked like when they were actually bulldozing those big trees down, and then the making of the road, the equipment that it took to come in behind it, and what that job was like. Well, I'd just like to invite everybody to come down and see the Alaska Highway House. Dawson Creek has such a rich history, from our agricultural roots and definitely right into the construction of the highway. Our whole landscape changed because of it. Please come and explore your roots. Bring your kids. It's important too that the kids know that this is their background and their heritage. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you.
This was just a sneak peek into the Alaska Highway House, the little museum filled with historical facts, not only interesting, but also very educational. And you can finish off the tour with an excellent video on the building of the Alaska Highway. For Go on Shaw TV, I'm Diane Townsend.